Hello, Anomaly here, and welcome to another Mistweaver healing video and commentary. Today we're heading back into Heroic Nighthold, talking about Chromatic Anomaly, and kind of what I've done, what I've done wrong, what I've done right, and all that stuff. As always, a lot of what I'm going to talk about are my mistakes, things I could have done better, and focus a little bit more on that and less on the actual mechanics. I know some of my earlier videos or latest videos, I focused a lot on mechanics and less on me and my specific play. So we're going to kind of focus a little bit more on that. I'll make a better effort at talking more about my play and less about the fights in general and just how to do them, because there's plenty of videos out there on how to do the specific fights. Um, so today, like I said, we're going to talk about Chromatic Anomaly. So let's get right into the video. So quick kind of overview of the fight. Basically, there's going to be a lot of kind of little balls that drop on the ground, so there'll be movement in and out, which you're very good at. There's also ads that you have to move to. Again, roll and everything like that is helpful. So yeah, so a lot of various movements, not standing in fire, things like that in this fight. So the first thing that you'll have to deal with as a healer is these debuffs that go out. You'll see them on my raid frames there. Basically, you get so many seconds to heal those guys up, and if they're not healed up, they explode for raid ride damage based on how much of the shield basically is left, because the debuff puts the shield on them. You just have to heal off the shield. So for those, I mean, what you'll see is I kind of try and save my UT procs for them. It was probably the best place to use it. You'll also see I kind of cast or try and cast a little bit here, just hard cast some Vivifies. The reason being is just to kind of get the debuff off. You'll also notice there all those circles, we shouldn't have taken that much damage as a raid. People aren't getting out with Time Bomb, so I did have to pop Revival, Mana Tea, and just some Essence Font spam to keep everybody up. So I kind of blew a lot of my cooldowns. You'll notice other healers kind of saved theirs. This is, of course, our first kill. I'm going to try and show as many first kills as you can as we kind of go through Heroic, just so you can see a lot of the mistakes that are made just during the course of progression, and hopefully you can kind of think about that as you're going into these fights. So yeah, so at this point we're now in kind of the slower phase of this boss. Casting takes forever. I actually pop Chi G in this phase to kind of help just kind of take off these shield debuffs and use Essence Font a little bit. My Chi Burst there was a little late and a little off target. I could have hit more than melee, and I know it was off cooldown for a little bit. So that's kind of something I need to work on moving forward. But for the most part, it's slow phase sucks. Heals take forever, movement takes forever. You'll notice here I'm very, very late. Like I should already be over at the next ad. The next ad has been up for a while. So I'm really late in my movement. You can use, at least in Mythic, which is what we're working on now, there's like a set pattern. So you can use Transcendence to kind of drop yourself off and move a little bit quicker. On Heroic, I don't know the pattern for the ads off the top of my head, but as our first kill, we went in a little bit blind on this one. But moving forward, if you can drop your Transcend in a good position, it's probably best. As you can see there, pretty good use of Chi Burst, hit a bunch of people, which was awesome. And kind of spammed out a couple of Essence Fonts just because a lot of the raid was taking damage. I think that's one of the biggest changes that I've made, is that a lot of people, and kind of reading Monk Discord and kind of looking at logs, like what I've noticed is that you can still cast Essence Font not under Mana Tea. A lot of people say you can't. I mean, I think from our healing perspective, like we might have overhealed this. I think we ended up with like 4 healers or 5 healers on this Heroic attempt. Probably a little bit overkill. But at the same time, even in Mythic, like I find myself being able to use Essence Font even not under Mana Tea, for the simple fact that you just have a lot of mana, and I guess my other healers are able to pick up the slack where I don't have to cast as often. The other nice thing about monks here in this fight is that if you do get the debuff on yourself and you're running a healing elixir, you can double tap healing elixir, use both charges real quick, and you'll top yourself right off. So. But here, just towards the end of the fight, boss almost dead. I still have, 20%, 15% mana, it looks like. So plenty of mana, and was able to spam out again a bunch of Essence Fonts as the boss died, and we took a bunch of damage from Time Bomb. So yeah, so that's Heroic Chromatic Anomaly. I mean, very, very quick fight. I think that was only like 4 or 5 minutes, so like almost Guarm level of quick. So you definitely have a chance to use a bunch of mana. I'd say we could have probably saved a bunch of mana. I wouldn't have to use as much if folks had kind of gotten out with time bomb. I think we took a lot of extra damage from people being on top of each other with time bomb. Move that out, and the raid takes a bunch less. So I would say that this is like almost a three healable fight, even at like the 25 person range in heroic. Just if people are doing mechanics correctly. So that is Chromatic Anomaly. So hope you guys enjoyed it. The one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and put out a bunch of heroic videos coming up the next like week or two. Probably try and get all of them out so I can start on a little bit more in depth on the mythic fights. I think they're a little bit more interesting, and hopefully have a lot of those down when I get a chance to kind of put those videos up. So if you like what you saw, please leave likes, comments, subscribe, all that type of stuff you normally do with YouTubers. The other thing is, if you do have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'm more than happy to answer anything I can. And then always kind of stop by the Monk Discord. I'm trying to be a little bit more active there, answer questions as I can. So kind of check out them. You can see me on Discord under Anomaly. And other than that, good luck. Hope you guys down the bosses, and have a great day.